London, beginning forays onto our Scotland and Wales without having to move to the nation and eat in the other Americans will want today. Although new COVID guidelines trap on use, I'm Vicky Barker in London. NPR's Dustin Jones will shoot biggest blaze in the city or the size of San Diego.
I was just outside. I let Suki out, who wanted to come out with me because I was out on the west steps. She went and laid down, fell asleep in the sun. 5 minutes later, she wants to be where I am. Okay. Okay. You just like to be with me, and I don't fault that. I've been looking at the air quality index on AccuWeather, and they keep giving me a rating of 29, which is very low. Over at Sister's house this morning, she was looking on MSN weather, 150. Well, Jesus. And there's a whole range between those two. So what is it? Believe one or the other and go with it. And quit looking at everywhere else. Now she's happy. I have got the wood now. It'll get me through this coming winter and into the next. We don't have any deer flies anymore. They have left for the season. There's an errant one here and there, but overall, they're nothing like they were 2 weeks ago. Absolute, well, you remember what they were. And I haven't had a wood tick on me for at least a week. So they are now in their summer vacation hiatus time. Why do we have such things in life? It's incomprehensible to me why we have things like Alzheimer's and COVID-19, which the only purpose they serve is horrible. Death and pain and suffering. They don't have an upside. What good is malaria? As I was saying, everything in the human existence, bad thing happens to you, but then there's always the good side of it. I can't think of an example. But there are all manner of things, well, like mosquitoes, like wood ticks. Maybe they provide food, but their main intent, not just wood ticks or mosquitoes, their main purpose for existing is suffering. Well, let's walk down here a little bit, Suki. Well, there is an upside to COVID-19, I guess, having to be through lockdown for months. As a side benefit of that, we have all had the chance to reevaluate how we live, what our priorities are. We've learned to live differently. Like, one of the benefits of is work at home. And that has had a major shift to the work life. Great blue heron is almost always here when I walk down now, and it's over in here, it flies up and heads off south. God, what's the benefit of drought, for instance? Seems to me that everything suffers. There's no upside. Spider web, man, oh man, walked through that one. Ah. That was a strong one. I'm not going to get it off with one hand. Rather charming, isn't it? Hopefully there wasn't a tarantula attached. Well, I'm not getting that off my hand. That thing was as strong as a 6-pound monofilament fishing line. Thinking about the Canadian wildfire smoke we've been contending with, and that most all of Minnesota and Wisconsin, the Dakotas I see, are really getting a huge air quality problem. And then the wind comes along and it switches, and we don't have a lousy air quality index anymore because the smoke is not coming our way. Well, it's going somebody else's way. It isn't like it just dissipates into being a benign, neutral force anymore. Well, where does it go? It may dissipate and get mixed in with the Earth's atmosphere at large, but it's not escaping out through a hole in the stratosphere, going into outer space where it's no longer in the mix of the Earth's atmosphere. So what effect does all that CO2 do to adding to the climate change? That's a huge hit, I would think, on upping our atmospheric degradation. It does not go away. It's only added to it. I never hear anybody talk about that. And in the fall, when finally the fires are out and they're no longer smoking up the atmosphere, the smoke that they had put up in July and August and probably into September, where is it? It's mixed in. back. Go on. Okay. How do they know when the light is exactly perfect? They don't have a watch. How do they do this? And they're blind. So a watch wouldn't do them much good anyway. I'm going for a walk to Otter Pond. It sounds so exotic. That's good, because it is. And she's headed for the field. Yellow light. Really yellow light. I've been watching the air quality index. You know, in all my 38 years, I have never paid any attention to the air quality index, AQI. Had no need to. And the screenshot I took this morning of the whole of the upper US and Canada showing the colors. Oh my God, that is impressive. Impressively scary when you realize that this has nothing to do with man being in control. It's way beyond our control. The fires. Is the heron here? It would have seen me and heard me already. Oofta. Well, it's no worse than yesterday, but it's not improving. I guess it is worse than yesterday. This pool in here is shrinking. And to change the arrangement of letters a little bit, it's shirking its pondly responsibilities. Although how much control does it have over those responsibilities? Oh. Wonder where the muskrat went. I did not read up on what they do in times of drought. And I guess the beaver is probably over in the big pond by the highway where there is a beaver lodge. That's my conjecture, that's why it's working at the prow end of the peninsula, taking those popples from up there. Don't go down there. No. No. Come on. You stay out of there. Oldest daughter Kinsey and Josh, her husband, are coming out for a visit. They're in town today. I'm excited to have some visitors. I've made fresh orange juice. I've baked snickerdoodles last night. Oh my God. I ate a couple myself. Oh, perfect texture. The baking instructions say 375 for 10 to 12 minutes. And I've got a notation, 13 minutes. Oh, soft but crunchy around the edges. Cinnamony, very, very good. And I've learned cookies like that, within a half an hour, throw them in the freezer because they retain their very, very freshness. That'll be good. And Josh likes to, well, we got mosquitoes. I didn't think we'd have mosquitoes today. Josh likes to split wood when he comes out here. And I told Kinsey to tell him I've got a nice selection of wood for him to split. And he really does enjoy it. It gives him something to do, and so I'm looking forward. God, the light. Well, it's sort of a fantasy land. I gotta get back. These mosquitoes are entertaining me unfairly. The light has I'm trying to think of a word. Fairyland? That really is. Why am I out here in this lousy air quality? Deer tracks? Oh, stop it. That is really beguiling. Come to me. She's photobombing me, upstaging me again. I gotta get a still image of this. Heel. She's trying to be a good girl, but we don't heel that often. Okay. I raised my left arm quickly above my head, and that means go. Oh, she was facing me and stumbled as she turned to run. Such haste. Suki. Well, let's take a walk along Turtle Trot Trail. I mowed this. It's been a couple of weeks now. I've been protecting that oak. Another one right there, and two more right here. I'm keeping my eyes peeled for replacements for two of the 4 oak transplants that I have got in the front yard. Looking at, well, there's a couple of them that look like they're on their way out. She's going down the connecting trail. This is the one I made. Well, driveway's up here. This is the one I worked on back in June or July and opened it up. Gandy Dancer Gulch here. A lot of dross and detritus here to pick up and get it out of here. Good work for the fall. Although we're supposedly heading for the mid-80s today. It's very comfortable right now. It's got to be maybe 80, but not humid. Well, this will be a good test to see if I pick up any wood ticks. I came up with the weed whacker a few days ago up to here. And that's really the tool I should use out here. I've gotten a mower through there before, but it's a lot of work. There we go. Toads don't ribbit.
I know it. You know what I mean? That little blub blub thing.
Well, this will be on the blog.
Yeah, get a nice open shot.
Hey man, he's got the whole back half. Yeah, we'll look all the way down. An inch down past his head.
Josh, when you first saw it, it already had the frog in its mouth.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Is the toad dead?
Well, I'm sure it is now.
Nope. Did you hear that little chirp?
Oh yeah, that was the toad.
That was the toad. Poor guy.
I came out and split wood yesterday. Oh, for about a half an hour. I gave up. The swarm of yellowjackets was just intolerable. At one point there was a clutch of them, like 6 of them, in one little writhing heap at the base of the splitting stump. I just couldn't do it anymore. Had to get out of there, get into the house. This year of yellowjackets is really, I don't know what words there are. Ominous. I want to get into the wood again. I got to. Well, yeah. It's too early for me to think and walk at the same time. And the yellowjackets don't bother me. I mean, they don't interfere with me. There are just a lot of them, and omnipresent, swirling around my feet, 4 inches above the ground, constantly swirling and exploring and investigating. Once in a while they come up around my head and I have to walk away. I am beginning to look forward to fall. A hard freeze. I hate saying that, even thinking that. For how long I look forward to summer.
I always want a
Yeah.
little bit of an angle. That's perfect, man.
That.
I'm gonna have to bend over.
Is that too
Are we met? I'll put a little in to stabilize it. Are you liking this work? Hey, give me the shovel, or shovel some of that.
Oh, he's starting with a hard one.
Not if you hit this side.
I don't think Dad can do that. Honestly, your Oompa won't be able to do it. Is it too low? You can tell?
What was that?
Let's focus on the height of the stump.
Is that oil that you're keeping your axe?
Water. To swell the handle. probably.
Oh.
Just keep it, yeah, always keep it. If I leave it out for a week, the head gets loose. Oh, it's a scary deal.
Have you wedged it? Re-wedged it?
No, because it's perfect the way it is.
Well, not everybody keeps their axes in water. If they're properly wedged, they wouldn't need to be. Speechless. So you want me to raise it?
I don't know how much we can raise it. How much is below the
It's,
surface?
I bet
Yeah, there's-
6 inches
I'd
under.
like to get it up,
3 inches, 2-3 inches.
get it up a little bit.
You don't have a camper, do you?
No, sir. No, this end.
Other side?
Oh.
Oh.
So you don't. Fine, I asked Mary Lee, who's a master gardener. She didn't know. There's a little, we'll see it.
Right in that, where the little branches are?
Yeah. Or beside it or next to it or. No, a little bit to the west.